Hello there. Welcome to the vlog for the week. Today's Tuesday and it's about 7 p.m. We just got done dropping Kim off at the airport. My daughter, who was visiting here from Seattle. So I'm very sad. So if my eyes look a little red, I've been crying a little bit. I'm still coughing. Like, just to update you guys, I finished a cycle of prednisone, but I'm not coughing as much as I was, but I'm still coughing. And now I have a sore throat, which might be because of all the coughing. But Thursday, we're going to be going down to the lake. Going to have a visit with my brother and brother-in-law. They're going to be coming to the lake with us. They did that last year, and that was really nice. So we've got that to look forward to. But right now, I'm just really sad. But hopefully we can get to Seattle next year. But anyway, I just wanted to open the vlog up and say hello. So, hello. Hello there. So today is Wednesday and Kim got home safe and sound. So that's good. And it's just a normal work day today. So waiting for the coffee pot, and I'll make my lunch, grab my cottage cheese, my banana, my stuff for breakfast, things like that, and get headed out the door and hope for a good day. It has been incredibly hot, like so hot. And we're supposed to maybe get a break in that after today, so we'll see. But anyway, on to getting my stuff together so I can get headed out this door. Hello there. Today is Thursday, and the coffee pot just got done. I'm running just a tad bit behind because I was packing up the stuff for going to the lake. We have most everything we need there, but I always pack like an outfit to wear home and like my moisturizers and stuff like that. So I was getting that done, and so now I don't need to make a lunch because we'll probably eat something on the way down there, and I'm getting off just a little bit early, but I'm driving down to the building. I will pack up my breakfast though. But anyway, I'm gonna get that done and then get headed out the door. And then we're gonna head to the lake late this afternoon.
Look at the Cybertruck and somebody wrapped it in teal. I love the color.
I don't care, I hate those things.
I like the color.
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah, this is a first. We've never had this. This is a bummer.
This is kind of crazy. Normally we just get right on here.
I know. I had to do a
Some
double
kind
take.
of construction, but hopefully.
Look at the teal colored 18-wheeler down there though.
That's cool. I'm okay with that.
It'll get moving. It's just gonna take a bit.
Finally made it out of all that construction traffic.
Woohoo!
How long do you think that took?
45 minutes.
Yeah.
My leg's cramping up.
So we're gonna get to the condo probably.
Look at this little gaming
almost
area
an hour.
they got up here. I know.
Yeah.
Recognize that.
Almost an hour after what we had planned, but that's okay. Jeff and Eric are at the grocery store, so.
Trip's happening on a Thursday evening.
When we first get there, we're gonna get the Sea-Doo. We brought Blue. We brought our other Sea-Doo, so we'd have two of them, and we'll get her on the water and into the dock, and then we got reservations for dinner later. We're gonna have a good time. We made it here. The Sea-Doo is down at the dock. Jeff and Eric are on their way from the grocery store. Now we're gonna go unload the few things that we have to pack when we're coming here. But we're here. We're at JD Hooks. My brother Jeff, my brother-in-law Eric, we had our dinner and now we're down at Bagnell Dam, just kind of driving around. That's the dam at night.
On the back side.
Just kind of going for a nighttime drive.
And then look, show them the sign. Do not feed the vampires.
The vultures.
The vultures, sorry.
The one sign is, we passed it anyway, but it's like over there.
Eric and Angie with their cameras out. Well, someone's got to die.
So, well, it's focusing on the screen, but the two PWCs going by is Brian and Eric. They're gonna go down to the dam and come back. It is Friday morning.
So it's Brian. We're out here on a morning dam run, and that's my brother-in-law Eric. He's out there having a good time on the Sea-Doo. Nothing beats it, man. Good times.
Time for some pontoon time. We are having a pontoon day, and
There always is.
we're getting ready to go to a place called Papa Chubby's for lunch.
It's only 20 miles. It'll get- Getting that heat like we had a couple weeks ago, oh my god, it'd be unbearable. You know, Angie bought a couple of these like triangle sails. Okay.
Done with lunch. Now we're gonna go out for more of a ride on the pontoon.
We're going to the cave.
Yeah, the cave is another place where we're gonna go later. Check it out. It's got a pool and stuff.
It's a rough life, isn't it?
Can't think of a better way to spend a Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are in the hospital bed. Some people are 6 foot under.
We're
Some
very
people are in heaven
fortunate.
flying around saying, have fun at the lake.
So there was a problem with the boat I will tell you guys about later. But now we're at Redheads. Brian and Jeff and Eric.
There's the lake.
And there's the lake over there. Hot honey pepperoni pizza.
That's delicious.
Okay, now we're playing the Uzzle.
Chilling. Having a good time. Listen to some music.
It is Friday at about 8 p.m. exactly. And we're still playing some Uzzle. Just really enjoying our evening.
I'm in the club.
Listening to some music. Just having a really nice time. Sun looks really cool. So good morning. It is Saturday morning and Jeff and Eric are sleeping in, and Brian was going to go on a morning Sea-Doo ride just by himself. Eric went with him yesterday, but our friends with the wake boat texted Brian and invited him to go wake surfing this morning, so he's going to do that instead. If you hear music in the background, it's a boat going by. But So I'm sitting out here on the deck, got a cup of coffee. I think I'm gonna start this book. This is my last book I actually have at the condo, but I think I might start reading it. And I was gonna tell you what happened yesterday with the boat. It was not a good boat day, but it started out good. We rented the pontoon, drove around for a little bit, and then we went to Papa Chubby's and had lunch, and then drove around a little bit, and Brian was going to show Jeff and Eric this really cool, it's actually for sale out here now, this house that has like a bunch of fountains and elk statues and stuff like built into the like rocks and stuff, and it just looks really cool. So we're not going fast on the boat at all. We're actually in what they call idle speed, which you're just going really, really slow. And then all of a sudden the boat dies. Brian tries to start it again. If you try to put it in drive, it just dies. And so he lifted the motor up out of the water, and there was a rope wrapped around the propeller. And so what it looked like happened, because Brian got in the water, he was going to see if he could untangle it, but it was a couple of personal watercraft going by. But anyway, it was on there really super tight, and he said it was anchored. So it was like somebody's anchor got stuck on who knows what at the bottom of the lake. They couldn't get it up. That sounds funny. They couldn't get unhooked, so they just cut the rope. So then the rope's just floating in the water right below the surface, and if a boat goes over it, they can wrap themselves around your propeller. And so basically we were stuck, but we were anchored because it had a hold of the motor. It had a hold of the motor with that anchor. So we called the dealer where we rented it from, and they're because Brian's like, I just need a knife, we need to just be able to cut this rope and then untangle it from the propeller. They didn't have any, they don't have like a staff that comes out. So basically you have to call the tow company, which out here there's companies, on lake areas that have tow boats. So called one of the tow companies and said we didn't really need a tow, we just needed this rope cut out of the propeller. Of course, they don't do that for free, but so Brian called a company. They got there quick. They were there in like 10 minutes, and the guy, they tie themselves to your boat, and then you put bumpers or fenders in the middle so that the boats don't hit each other. Or if they do, they just hit anyway. He was able to successfully get the rope untied from the propeller, cut it down a little bit lower. So then Brian starts the boat, and it seems like it's going to run okay until you go a certain speed, and then the motor just started making an awful noise. So Brian's like, oh, the lower unit is jacked up, and so we limped back so the place we rented the boat from has more than one location. The location we rented it from, we were further away from the other one, so they were like, just take it over to that one. So we went slow, 2 miles, it wasn't a long time, to the other one, and they have which actually worked out good because it's where they had the service area and their on-site technician and everything. So we're hoping we're not going to get some charge or whatever. They have you put a deposit down, and you sign your life away when you rent a boat, but we'll see. It worked out really weird because the place we took the boat back to, these two really nice girls were there, and they were calling the other place, and then the one was saying she was going to call the owner. And basically what they're going to try to do is, if they've got everything there, they're just going to fix it, and they're not going to charge us or anything, because it was an accident. We didn't do anything wrong. Plus they knew we already had to pay that tow company to come out and get the rope undone from the propeller. And but then, you know, we're like 10 miles away from our car at that point. And so the one girl there, she's like, I can drive you guys over to the other one. But basically we were, you know, nothing that happened was anybody's fault except whoever cut their anchor line and just left it in the water, you know, because any boat could have got tangled up in that rope. But and we were really nice. We weren't, because it cut our day short too. You know, we'd rented a boat till 5, and we were taking it back at like 2 because of that whole thing. And then we were sitting in the water waiting for the tow company and all that. But anyway, long story short, everybody was really nice and everything. And so the girl that was bringing us to the other place, come to find out, as she's driving us over there and we're talking and everything, she's the daughter of the owner of the 2 places. So hopefully she'll have some influence. Plus, this is the place we rent pontoons from. Every time we rent a pontoon, as a matter of fact, we have another one rented for this coming up Friday, because Brian and I are going to be back down at the lake again with his mom and stepdad. And then another time in August that just Brian and I are going to be here for those like boat races. It's another like boat race thing. We have a pontoon rented for them too, so they know we're repeat customers and everything. But we made the best of it. It's like after she dropped us off at our car, then we went to a place called Redheads. I think I showed you a little clip. And then, you know, we each had like a little frou-frou drink and sat and just talked and stuff. The weather was really nice. Had a nice breeze. And then we ordered a pizza from at that place and shared a pizza, and then came back here and we're listening to music and playing the Uzzle, that game I showed you, and had a few drinks here and just had a really super nice evening. So we made the best of the day. We're just hoping that we don't end up having to pay anything because of that whole rope thing. The most we would have to pay is a ridiculous $1,000, but I don't think it would be anything like that, because that's like your deposit and your contract and everything. But even with the tow, so we had a discount because we rented the boat. Brian set it up like last year, and you get a pretty good sized discount to do that. And that tow thing almost wiped the discount out. But so we'll see. We're just, you know, said a few prayers and hopefully won't have to pay any more. But yeah, we made the best of it. So it's like, well, here's a memory. Got a memory. Got stranded, got caught up in a rope. And we're just thinking about the lucky things, because if we would have been moving really fast and that rope would have grabbed the propeller and stopped the boat, you know, that it could have been worse. Or if that rope wouldn't have been on an anchor, and the motor wouldn't go and stuff because of the propeller having the rope around it, we could have been crashing into the side of the rocks or something. So, you know, best case scenario. Everything worked out fine. I don't know what we're going to do today. We're kind of just going to wing it, see what we want to do. I know right now, Brian, I'll see him eventually out there. I can't see him real good because it's all the way across the other side of the lake. I can just tell when he's out there because I can see the shininess on their bright pink boat. But like, you can't see who's actually on the surfboard and stuff. But yeah, we're having a really nice visit. But anyway, that's the boat story. See See, I can't even like get it to, this is as good of a zoom as I can get, but you can see right there, that's the boat. So I mean, like I can see that there's somebody in the water behind the boat, but I couldn't tell you who it was. But I do have binoculars, so I can see if I can figure it out that way. But anyway, that's where Brian is this morning. I decided I'm not going to start reading that book. I already have a book that I'm reading at home, so I don't really want to have a second one that I'm reading. So I'm going to do some word searches instead. Got one of these pens that's got the multicolors, but I'm going to do that while I watch the boats go by. The water's crashing up against the shore because a pretty good sized boat went by a few minutes ago. There's a lot of boat traffic right now. It is 11 o'clock. Jeff and Eric are still snoozing, so Brian is making breakfast, or almost like brunch for he and I now. And then after they wake up, he'll make breakfast for them too. Brian loves cooking breakfast, so that's not a problem for him at all. Looks like these jet skis or Sea-Doos or wave runners, whichever brand they are jumping the waves from that boat out there. Oh, did you see that? I'm afraid it's gonna try to, well, it's not trying to focus on the screen too much. One of them, he got way up in the air. But yep, I brought our orange juices out. We're getting ready to have our breakfast. Time to eat. So we're headed to the Sea-Doo dealer just so Eric and Jeff can look. This is where we bought both of our Sea-Doos from.
YC Yacht Club Power Sports, also known as YC Power Sports.
Tony's the best salesman
Yeah,
here.
come see Tony. He'll take care of you.
Now we are at Randy's. No Sea-Doos were purchased. They were just looked at. So now we're down on the Bagnell Dam Strip.
What's the place? The pinball machines? I'm gonna play pinball.
We just had some pool time, and now we're gonna go out to dinner.
Caterpillar or Mr. Narwhal, and now all of a sudden
Okay, we're playing Uzzle again.
Level 4.
But we're on level 4, which is the hardest level.
Angie's struggling. No, not really.
And we're playing out on the deck because it's really pretty out tonight.
Beautiful night.
It is Sunday morning, and we do not have to pay anything extra for the boat, for our pontoon that we had the issue with that I was telling you about. They told us they gave us our deposit back and we don't have to pay anything extra, so awesome. They said that what happened wasn't our fault, so that's good. Brian and Eric are out there talking. They're going to be going out on a morning Sea-Doo ride, and it's only like 61 out right now.
Go, go, go!
tacos for dinner tonight. So up next, we're gonna play Sorry out here on the deck. Now it's Monday morning and I realized I forgot to wrap the vlog up. So this is my wrap up. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and we're having a really nice time with my brother Jeff and his husband Eric, and we're all going home today. So, but we still have a nice day coming, and Brian and Eric are gonna go all the way to Flower Pot Cove this morning. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me this week, and I hope you come back next week. Bye.